Hey everybody, we are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, as you can probably tell by the big old Call of Cthulhu right here. So before we start, go ahead and, if you would like, set the mood, lights off, headphones on, volume up. Get as immersed into this as we can. I have no idea what this game has in store for us, so let's dive right on in. Second slot. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from this torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I'm gonna assume we are Edward Pierce. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. Oh, that's a lot of guts. Wash up in some sort of tsunami that also put bombs in all these fish's guts because they're all blown up. I guess the water's rising because the water level's right there behind us. Range. Washed up in some sort of butcher shop. How does one interact? E. Ah, this way. Chained up door over there. Enter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Well, let's go take that lamp. I'm sure nobody will mind. Bolt cutter looks more like tongs to me. As it always does. Guess I can't cut it from this side. Oh well, we don't need to go that way anymore. As our narrator friend just said, fate inescapably draws. Is that a giant egg? No, that's the side of a shark. Oh, never mind. It's not even a shark. Blown up whale.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Well, since we have a run option, things are probably going to be chasing me at some point. Is that unlocked?
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Oh, they ain't got no faces.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your
Well,
destiny.
that guy does. Oh, leave me alone, sir. Yeah, it does not seem to be our friend if it's giving us night terrors like that.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader.
Nothing in there? Okay.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Can I wear my hat? Nope.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife left him. He kept on calling me for weeks after the investigation had closed. Maybe that's why she ran. He sounds real clingy.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Our owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who got proof against you.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
These my conspiracy theories?
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Eventually I'll find Pepe Sylvia. Oh no, I want that back on. Damn it. Can't turn it back
Been
on.
a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these memories, I probably won't wake up. Oh, one of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Why do we just immediately assume some creature is calling us instead of it just being bad dreams? This is us. We look pretty nice. Especially for being a drunk. Just button up those top few buttons, tighten up that tie. Good as new. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Moose Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from the enemy and Allied artillery fire, forced to hold their position for several days surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Well, that remedy does not seem to work at all. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Lost Battalion, 10-7-18. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Keep calling, I'll answer when I get to it. No. What the heck, I'll finish what I have and then we'll start sobering up. Now that I'm nice and tipsy, time to work.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
How many times do I need to tell you who I am, old lady? Okay, I got 8 character points. How do these work? Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving the skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. Eloquence. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those who talk to you by power of speech. Improving the skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving the skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in-game. Interesting. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving the skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of objects. Spot hidden investigation psychology seems like the way I'm probably gonna be spending my points. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving the skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. And finally, occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. 6 CP to go to level 4, that's a lot. Bump this up to level 3. 4 CP to go to level 3 of that. Don't need eloquence, we're drunk. I guess we could do level 2 medicine and then spend the last to get level 3 psychology. Looks good to me. Validate.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
No, you may
What's
not.
wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
I just said don't question me.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Oh, never mind. We look a bit worse for wear than the menu led me to believe.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I
Great
must
picture
say
you got.
that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Your expectations are far too high of me.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen
Nope.
Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find
Well,
out
he
the
must make it
truth.
clear her
They say
name.
she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
I mean, if you're willing to accept responsibility of giving me PTSD and warping my mind horribly.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Strange, I didn't see you come in with a file.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the inside of Darkwater. They live a recluse life with their only son, Simon. Hang on the back. Nope. Alright, what do we got here? This is not the tentacle man from my dreams. This is some splotchy man.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Alright. Let's start with... I guess the option we unlocked. You shouldn't take this painting lightly.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
What about her mental frailty in the police report?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Where did she live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Tell me some more about this Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Something's not right with this story.
Was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Can we find out more about Warehouse
The
36?
sender's label mentions Warehouse.
That's right.
And you think your
That is
No,
go
that's
to
the same
Dark-
stuff. Not sure why it didn't gray out. That's all the information I need from you, sir.
I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
I do like money.
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer.
You don't hear from me in 3 days, send
Like
help.
I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Alright. The phone call, at least, was pretty quiet. I'm going to raise the volume a little bit. I don't want the rest of it to be too loud, though. That'll probably be good. Yeah, those footsteps are quite loud now. Oh, that moves it a lot. Find out about Darkwater and leave for Darkwater.
I
Have
used
any
to
books
be
on
an
the
avid
place?
reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Can't go through that door. What was this book?
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. The gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Let's get out there and kick up some dust and find some evidence. Been, what, a week since her house burned down? Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused a fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Looks like we get the real intro now.
We're almost there.
Call of Cthulhu. Copyright. Is the boat we came in? No, that's a crash boat. Skyla. Or Scylla. How are we supposed to pronounce that? I'm thinking Scylla.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
The winds of investigation.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
I will come see you later, Captain. But first, that drink. I mean, I was trying to sober up, but if you're recommending the place... I also want to see what these guys over here talking about with this butchered whale.
Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. We force it to
Hey, how's it going? What's going on over here?
Move along.
Sailors get upset over... Oh. Why would I assault all the sailors that are right here next to me? Where's Warehouse
Looking for this
36?
address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not
As a
sailors.
police officer, aren't you supposed to be a
It's a
servant to the
sign.
people?
There's something
I mean, I'm part of the people. I'm asking for directions, and you're not helping. Seems like you're neglecting your job. What happened to
The
this whale?
blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put
This
that
guy's onto
piece
something.
back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn
Yeah, why would they shove a
stupid idiots.
decaying whale back into the water? It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep washing up on the rocks. The stranded whale. Oh, just like their namesake right over there. Prohibition.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Good. I can have a drink without being arrested. Well, hello to you too, friend. Those guys in the background. It's got to be the saddest shanty you've ever heard.
Be careful.
We're on the fast track to making some friends.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You're
I
overdoing
don't
it.
have time for all this bravado.
Don't be so high and mighty, sir. We don't like mainland snobs.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
No prohibition around here? Let's open up simple.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Give me a
Captain
drink.
Fitzroy
And then we can
told
talk
me
some
about a
more.
little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Tell me about the town, then. Where'd you get your name
Stranded
from?
whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What do you know about Sarah Hawkins?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Don't talk, you'll feel better for it.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Hypochondriac, maybe? Not speaking ill if
Her
it's
vision.
true.
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
No, I don't. Not after the things I've seen. That's enough about Sarah Hawkins.
Anything else?
Can you tell me where Warehouse 36 is?
You know
That
where
police
this
officer was
place
not
is.
very helpful.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
There's screams. It seems like something that should have been investigated long before. Can I have a drink
Captain
now?
Fitzroy told me about a little...
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Drinking anything else?
Can't believe you're gonna send me
that'll
away
be all
sober.
for now.
Let's talk to these singing guys. Hey friends, how's it going? Mind if I join you?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What is this song? It sounds pretty sad to me. Or at least your singing voices
Never
do.
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you.
I need to check
Our
that out.
grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Well, if it's not a whale, they probably should have been eating it.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Alright, well,
Let
nice
me bid
talking to you.
farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Here's that thing they were talking about.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. A size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean, that word, that is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told of a frightening account on their perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper. Visit him on the docks. This doesn't have anything to do with a miraculous catch. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends. To taste the miraculous catch, each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
What y'all talking about? No, don't mind me. I just wanted to be part of the group. Hello there.
What you looking at, stranger?
Looking at the only woman in this place. What's a woman like you doing in a place like this?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
I'd buy you one if I could, but he won't sell to me. Sorry. Where's this go? Nowhere, because it's locked. Fancy seeing you again.
I told you to beat it.
Okay.
What did he say?
He laughed.
Be sure to tell my friends you don't sell to people. We'll go out of business. Guess we should come up here to the Harbor Master and get those documents on Sarah Hawkins.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
That's a nice model
Scylla.
ship.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
That's a strange looking candle. The Learning of Medicine. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. I feel like the people working at asylums probably skipped that. Medicine progression. What's that mean? Stephen Webster, a wealthy businessman well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove his daughter was not mad. Who's this? Charles Hawkins. He was a ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe, she was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Sounds like a weirdo. Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins. Not the best-looking lad. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Roy Mitchell. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar on Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone. The secrets and rumors of the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, if the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by. The man will talk freely on this subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea, excuse me. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post here in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. It seems like a strange thing to jump to after whaling. Darkwater Port. At the entrance of the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there, and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. And stranded whale. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The stranded whale is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner, a certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Yeah, I already read that. Got some knowledge in my inventory. All things I've already read. Alright, well, let's actually talk to our man Fitzroy.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Is this the table next to me?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Here's the table with the documents.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Well, I guess let's keep snooping around.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh, I was expecting that to be locked. But it's just a bathroom. There was a second floor, though. Some more of those weird green candles.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Well, this was Fitzroy before he ate from the miraculous catch. Then he grew his leg back, and he's lived forever since then.
What a macabre souvenir.
That's his old peg leg. Wonder if I can climb this ladder. Nope. Nothing of note out there.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Convince the man of the stranded whale to sell me a drink. According to you, there's been other fights, and I guess he still sells to those people. But I just kicked a stool and he won't sell to me. He's being very mean. Also, your documents are unreadable.
Blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Thought fishing stopped in 1847.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Okay, so I know Warehouse 36 was owned by the Hawkins. Can you tell me anything else?
Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Oh, that massive building?
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Belonged to the Hawkins family.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Well, give me a brief overview of the town. What are the sights? What's there to do around here? Who's
I found a
Cat?
threatening letter, signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being
Fair enough.
blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Saw a killer whale on the wharf. What's up with that? I heard they were also trying to just shove it back into the ocean. That's not going to do anything.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Well,
Killer
what have killed
whales
it?
don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here.
Along with any other whales, for that matter.
You're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
And why are they shoving the whale back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
That's enough about that. Tell me more about the miraculous catch.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Didn't I already read that? Also, this photograph looks like you. Grandpa, sir?
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I already did that.
I shall be on my way.
That's all. Have a nice day.
Come back and see me when you've got something new.
I gained 1 CP. We'll just hold on to that for now. Now let's take another look at the walls and the stranded whale. See if there was anything else I missed.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor.
I gave $68. Miss Barker always free for the lady. Is that supposed to be Baker? Her handwriting was chicken scratch. Oh, hey, who are you? You look sick.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations. Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader.
Yep, that's what you were saying for you.
What?
Oh, you got some friends now.
Break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
Hi, Kat.
I told you
How's
to
it going?
beat it.
Yeah, I just wanted to stop by and say hi since I was back in the building.
The girl, Doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
Yeah, so the tab was the only new information we got there. Let's go down this path. Surprised any of these buildings are still standing. They're all falling apart and look like they'd be blown over by a strong wind. Which is probably a common occurrence because they're right on the coast. Well, that's certainly strange. They got a submarine or something?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Or is that just green gas? Thought it was green water. Yeah, gotta get up to that catwalk. Here's a ladder.
I could use
Listen
this
to
old
handle,
winch
though.
to lift the grating. But it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Right, anything over here I could use as a handle. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Is that the only thing I need, though? What's this? Yep, just like I thought. The actual handle.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Mount the ratchet and mount the handle. Now give it a whirl. Or it's still missing something. I want to check inside that box, but I can't open it. Oh, that's difficult to see.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Can we put our lighter away? I'm not even sure how I took that out, or if I'm even the one that took it out. Alright, let's turn that handle.
Looks like everything is in its
test
place.
strength.
All I have to do is turn this handle.
Oh, strong boy. Now I can just leave that open, let all the horrors of the deep come crawling out, because I am not going in there, not right now. Hey, who are you?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
Actually, I didn't see what happened to the sailors. I just heard about it secondhand. You're not scared of their boss?
Well, I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Looking forward to it. Well, by the way, what are the bootleggers doing around here?
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Okay, so I guess this is the alley that those bootleggers were guarding. I don't know if I tried to come down here before, I couldn't. How do I put this lighter away? I clearly do not need it anymore. Nope. Inventory. Nope. Okay. Mouse wheel. Figured it out. I'll head over there in a second. But I'm gonna come over here and talk to Fitzmaurice again. Ask him some more about the bootleggers.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Except they haven't. I was just in there.
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island. But I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Well, unfortunately, I am claustrophobic. So that's a last effort. kind of thing.
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us.
You should maybe wear a hat, buddy.
Where do you
Saw you
think
from a
you're
mile
going?
away because of the light reflecting off of your dome. What are the police doing
I
here?
thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What do you know about the Hawkins case?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Unless my investigation leads me to having to talk to him, sure
I
thing.
told you to beat it.
No need to
I
get
got more
worked up.
questions. And I guess my other questions will go unanswered. Another alley down there, blocked by some more bootleggers. Any luck with the fishing? Let me know if you catch a giant tentacled monster. Oh, I apparently have a lockpicking kit.
Damnation, I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
And I broke the tumblers or something, or my lockpick kit. I don't know. One of those. Either way, I'm not getting in. On a weird statue. Don't know what kind of language that is.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
St. Brendan the Navigator. It's written in deep speech. Spoken by those creatures from the depths that Captain Fitzroy was talking about. Can I climb up this? Nope. Couple more things we can look at before we head to the underground tunnels. We're not going to be able to get through that. There's no handles or anything to slide it. Hey, friends.
Why did you do that, huh?
We Why did saw do what
you did to St. Brendan. Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Are you gaslighting me? Just arrived, you fools!
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords. You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Murder? Who are those guys?
Two
I
guys
assume they're
behind
bootleggers.
What are they guarding?
The bootleggers? Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who's Cat?
Is it Cat
Even though I already
shaking
know.
down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I'll tell me some more about St. Brendan.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
So you don't have any work?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Well, that shut down like 80 years ago, right? Why are people still going into the whaling occupation around here?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Alright, well, you guys seem like you're looking for a fight. So let's team up on those two guys over by the, over guarding that gate. Well, it'll be 3 on 2. Even if you're drunk, I'm sure both of you could team up on one guy. And I could take the other one.
If it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who. I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the dock.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay, so she's got a knife. And I don't. So she's got the leg up on me. Don't want to go pissing her off till I find a knife of my own.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
It's a strange green light coming through that window. Then again, all the lights on this island are strange and green. Except this one. This one's orange. Alright. All the way down to the underground. The only place left to examine. Oh. Little poo-poo gas. This is stuff.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. Smells harmless, but should I beware of psychotropic effects?
Probably. Why can't I grab that lamp? I would like a lamp. Oh, it's so dark. That's a cave-in. Oh, this is the way to go. I don't want to go swimming through the water. Not when there's something that killed a killer whale around here. Oh. No, no, no. Other way. Stay away. Oh, God. Get off of me. Well, ain't that just the way of it? Breathe in strange gases, see strange things. Cave paintings. Some sort of giant portal.
This is primitive.
Yep. That's all there is to it. Well, at least now that I'm out of that water, I don't need to worry about any more squids coming for my blood.
Stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Yeah. Do I have enough points to level anything up? Oh, so these... I was curious why these were yellow. They're yellow because I can't actually upgrade them with character points anymore. Only with, only by discovering stuff. Alright, well I can't level anything up, and it's 6 points for everything. That saying it's gonna break my leg? Or is that a broken bullet? I would rather not jump. But that's the only way. Reconstruction scene. Ooh, that's bright.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Probably before. They punched the glass, sliced their hand, and then bandaged themselves up. No, maybe removed the bandages in the thing, because that looks like dried blood, and then got blood all over the clean bandages. That's a picture of someone over there.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Someone who's got a fetish for fish
It
guts, it
smells as
seems.
bad as it looks. Can't
Or
sleep.
drugs.
I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
That is one strange picture.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Whoever's got it, apparently worshipping it. And that weird little autograph in the bottom corner, I can see an S. So I'm thinking it's Sarah Hawkins. I don't see anything that would look like an H, though. Well, we can check that. Her dad's last name. Webster? No. Definitely doesn't look like a W either. To me, that kind of looks like an SC.
Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
Strange. I guess someone was stalking her. Maybe broke into her house, set it on fire. And leave recollection. Alright, now how do I get out of here? Door seems like a good option.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there?
Yep,
You,
right here.
Don't move! Detective Pierce, I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Let's team up.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Thought you just got pissy about me trying to team up with you.
And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Out of the way, lady. This
case has nothing
police
to do with
business.
you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force
She's
me
got
to
the
widen
jokes.
it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got
What do you
my
mean, your
eye
turf?
on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
It's a public sidewalk. You don't own it.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Oh yeah, there it is.
That's
Had to wait for the
Hawkins
camera to
mansion.
pan.
Come on, we got some driving to do.